So today's vlog's titled Fun versus Focus. I'm going to just discuss what do runners prefer. So put it up in the comments, what do you prefer, running for fun or running within a focused training block with set goals and targets to aim for. I've just finished a half marathon training block for 14 weeks where there was a real focus on goals, times, pressures, distances, etc. I'm currently on a float week where I'm running for fun. There's benefits of both, positives and negatives of both, so drop in the comments which one you prefer, and whilst I'm on this run we'll discuss which is better, fun or focus. So welcome to LARK UK. If you're new to the channel, my name is Adam, and so yeah, I'm on a float week at the moment before I go back into concentrated half marathon training again for my second half marathon of 2023. So I thought I'd just do a fun vlog. I've always liked to be on a plan in terms of have a focus and a schedule, just otherwise I generally feel lost in terms of not sure where to run, how far to run, how fast to run. I always like having like I said, some kind of organised plan together. However, on the back of that, probably the hardest block I've ever done in terms of intensity and duration. On the back of that half marathon block, I'm thoroughly enjoying these last couple of weeks of recovery and just floating and doing runs for fun, doing things I've wanted to do and not been able to do it within that kind of pressurised training block. So yeah, so I just started opening it up in terms of a bit of a fun vlog. Drop in the comments your preferences. Do you prefer to run just for fun, nice and easy, do anything you want, go out with no plan, etc., which is what I'm kind of doing at the minute. I'm running with no plan, no route. Even tonight I'm just going to come out, I don't know how far I'm running, I don't know which way I'm running, I'm just going to choose as I get to a corner. It's just a bit more freedom in terms of freedom of choice. I can go as fast or slow as I want, I can stop right now if I wanted to. Like I said, there's no real pressure. I'm all for that at the moment on the back of that, like I said, that training block. Although again, on the flip side, after a period of time I will get a bit lost and I'll probably just plateau if I didn't have another training block in mind in terms of another focus. So there's benefits to both, but yeah, drop in the comments. I'd like to see your opinions in terms of which you prefer and why, or do you like to do a bit of both and alternate like I'm doing now. So yeah, so I was in need of this kind of reset. I kind of said towards the end of that training block it was getting more and more tough mentally. I've got to kind of ground myself again now in these kind of float weeks in between. Remember how far I've come. Remember not to push myself too far, because I'm always on that fine line, me personally, between pushing myself because I'm quite, let's say, ambitious to try and progress my running, continues to get better, but I've also got to balance it out with I am making progress, I can't rush it, I can't want too much too soon. Like I said, not all that long ago I'd only just returned to running properly, so I've got to balance it out. I think that's probably the key, is balance, a bit of focused training in order to make the improvements. Push yourself, otherwise you won't know how far you can go. But as well, as I found out, too much can get to be too much, so you've got to balance it out. And choir of birds there, but yeah, you got to balance it out. And like I've found now, I kind of needed this reset, needed this switch off, remove the pressure, just enjoy my running again for a couple of weeks, remember why we run in the first place. So it's come at the right time. So there is positives to both, benefits to both. I think you probably should do both within your running, but again, drop in the comments your opinions. So yeah, today I'm starting a nice, probably longish run. It's a late evening now, sun's just going down. I've waited as long as I can in order for it to cool down a little bit. So yeah, so no plan. That's kind of been the case for the last 2 weeks. This is my third week post the start of the third week post half marathon in Chester. So this is my last week of floating, and then next week I'll start to kind of slowly integrate back into an organised training programme again, and that one I'll be training for Cheshire half marathon in September. So I've probably got a couple of local smaller races in the build up in the meantime over the summer, but they're not been booked yet. But yeah, next main goal race is Cheshire half, so I'm going to give that a good solid training block and try and improve my half marathon time again from 1:35, excuse me, and try and knock it down a bit more. So yeah, so I won't bang on too much more. I'll get this run, a bit more of this run done, get a bit more scenic footage in the setting sun for you to enjoy. But yeah, I've always been a believer of schedules, and I'll get it for myself anyway. Personally, I've always benefited from an organised plan. Last year when I came off my marathon training and I had no plan, after about 2 weeks I was completely lost. I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I think I do need a focus personally every now and then. So yeah, I think, like I said, touch on it again, I think it's about balance for myself and making sure I enjoy my running. Like I said, I've run on and off for about 10 years, but like I said, quite a few of those years there was off years where I stopped running for a while. So only recently I came back to running in mid-summer of 2021, so it's not quite 2 years yet since I've come back, and I've not really stopped. Obviously I've been consistent, running more and more mileage, so I've got to be conscientious that if I do too much I'll demotivate myself again, potentially drop out, which is what I don't want to do. I want to continue to run, I want to continue to improve, I want to continue the channel, do better and better vlogs, more and more adventures as such. You can follow along with all those. So as I get this run finished, so yeah, I do appreciate everyone watching, taking the time out to watch my vlogs. Hopefully you enjoy them or get some information from them, or whatever your reasons are for watching. It doesn't really matter. I do appreciate everyone choosing to watch my vlogs. But yeah, I'll get this run finished. Like I said, as from next week I'm going to drop back into kind of organised training again, so I'll go back into my weekly training recaps for my next half marathon. You can follow along with that, see how I progress and how I get on. Hopefully, obviously intersperse those with other hints and tip vlogs or other types of vlogs I can normally do. So again, if you're not subscribed yet, consider hitting the button to follow along and be informed of all the upcoming vlogs. But like I said, I'll get this one finished and I'll see everyone on the next one.